Let's make some crispy onion rings today. Oh, these are great. Let's make them. First thing we're gonna do is measure out 3/4 cups of beer. So we don't wanna include the foam, so be careful when you're measuring this. I'm using a light ale, well, Modelo. You can use any kind, it's fine. You can even use carbonated water if you don't wanna use beer. I have a cup of all-purpose flour in here. I'm gonna add about 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, about 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of salt. Just gonna mix this well. And now I'm going to add the beer. So I'm gonna be adding a little more until I get it to the consistency I want. I might use the whole can. I think I used about a cup in total instead of the 3/4 cups. But this is definitely the consistency I wanted. Make sure you just get all those lumps out of it. And we're gonna let this rest for about 10 minutes before we coat our onion. So I have a nice, beautiful sweet onion here. I'm just gonna cut it now in rings. We want thick rings. And we're going to separate them carefully. Any bits and pieces that I have left over, I'm going to put in a baggie and use to make a broth. I have 1/2 cup of just flour here. I'm going to add a little salt, 1/2 teaspoon. Just mix this in. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to dredge the onion in flour. I'm going to shake off the excess and we'll dunk it in our batter. Now, I really want you to shake off the excess batter from your onion. You want to be able to taste the onion. I do have some oil heating in a pot. Our oil needs to be really hot because if it's not, these are going to boil and be greasy anytime you're deep frying food. Now, if you have an air fryer, make it in the air fryer. Fantastic. And then we're just gonna put this inside our hot oil. We're going to let this cook for about 2 minutes till it starts browning. Then we'll flip it another 2-3 minutes and then we're done. Once your onion ring is nice and browned, we're going to transfer it to a cookie rack on top of a paper towel lined baking sheet. I don't want to put it straight on top of paper towel. I don't want it to get soggy. I just want it to stay as crisp as possible. Can you hear that? Deliciousness. All right, I'm gonna cook all of these and we'll taste them. So let's taste these. Can you hear the crunch? They are delicious. They don't need any extra salt. We salted it in layers. Oh my gosh, these are good. One reason they're not dripping oil is because we used very hot oil. These are perfect.